Well, hello everyone. The Ontario Gardener here, back with a bonus episode of the Salad Bowl Cafe. The reason why it's a bonus episode is because we're going to be setting up this restaurant, and you can see we have about a dozen. No, we have more than a dozen. Probably have 15 boxes outside, plus all the ones inside. So there's a lot to set up, and you know what? That kind of gets a bit tedious during a full run. Well, I should say when I start a series to set it up like that. So what we're going to do, I actually want to swiftly swap. No, I have to do it like this. No, I could do it like this. Like this. There. Is what we're going to do is we're going to set up this restaurant. And I have no idea, honestly, how I want to set it up. So we're going to kind of do this as we go. Because we have a lot. If you remember, we have a lot of things. First and foremost, we have... Oh, not like that. We have the salads. Let's just go over the cards real quick, okay? Active cards. So we have all food cards. If you look at on the left-hand side there... the blue card is the first main that we chose, of course. The pink card is the deco card that we chose, which obviously is the first kind of like, well, it's the only deco card you can choose, one per run. The yellow ones are our tier runs. So basically you have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, which we're in tier 3 right now. And you basically get a card at the end of the previous tier. So whatever tier you're on, that's how many cards you're going to have. Once we go to tier 4, we'll have 4. And then the green or like kind of aqua color cards, those are all food cards, which is why you have two groups. And this is where, your tier runs get very interesting because it's like, okay, coffee is easy, avocado is easy. Those are desserts, right? Then we have things like broccoli, roasted potato, chips, tomato soup. We have mashed potatoes, ice cream is like another one, and then we have cherry pie. So we basically have cherry pie is a dessert, so we'll kind of do that as needed. But then we have something like mashed potatoes, which we have to make. We have soup. Everybody's going to want soup in the beginning, so we have to take soup. We have to get soup up running. Chips and potatoes will be done as needed, of course. Broccoli we have to prepare. So right now we have mashed potatoes, broccoli, and then soup. We have to prepare in the beginning of the game. Luckily, the lettuce and like that type of stuff, we don't actually have to kind of prepare beforehand. So I'm trying to think how I want to set this up because, we only have two groups, so it's going to be... And what I should actually do is I should push... No, I don't have to actually. I'm like thinking, should we push the tables and have double tables then increase? I don't think we need to do that. So I think this is going to be our tomato or our salad area because everybody's going to want a salad. So we should actually push this back again. Or maybe we can do something like this. Because I'm trying to think of all the space we're going to need. This might be okay. Tomato here, 2 lettuces here, something like that. Let's just start with that maybe. And then look at all this junk. Look at all this. And we get two, you get 2 coffee machines because Affogato gives you one and then coffee gives you one. I always thought you couldn't get Affogato unless you had coffee. So then why would it give you another card? You can't get Affogato unless you have coffee because it requires... coffee, but then again, I guess not because it gives you a coffee machine. I don't know how those are linked, honestly. I don't remember. I do think what I'm going to do, though, I will push back because it's going to be a little bit until we actually start needing. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this, and I think this is a better decision than. Well, this is kind of what I wanted to do in the beginning, anyway. Do this, and then what we'll do here is we'll put this here. No, I can't put that there. What we'll do is we'll set this up kind of how we had it before. So we had this like this. This is going to have to do a swippy swap, and then. These are all this is fine. I'm not worried about this. And then we'll grab the ice cream. We'll kind of set up a little bit like we did before, but we do have ice cream still, so we have to have a counter or something here that we can kind of block with. And where are our hobs? Do we don't have hobs? Wait a minute. Are we missing something? Hold on a minute. Where are our hobs? Okay, there they are. I'm like, we definitely are missing them. They got to be here somewhere. So, okay. So the way we're going to do this is we have the 2 baby hobs. One's going to be sitting right here to do the potato, or I should say the roast potato and the chips. So I think we're going to just leave that like that, which I think that's going to be fine. The soup stuff, we could honestly just do soup over here, like prepping the soup. And then the flour is going to be for the pie, which we could also keep here. This pot stack can go here. We're going to need pot stacks for the broccoli as well. It's going to be a lot of running because it's a lot of just basic setup in the beginning. I think what I'm going to also do is I'm going to put a couple of these right here. Now, this may seem a little weird, and we may change this as we go, right? Which we probably will change things as we go. Because here I'd like to almost have a chip and a ready to go. But I think what we'll do is the middle here, we'll have the broccoli and the mash sitting here. Obviously, we have the phone, of course. The phone we can actually put... we can put the phone here. Because we're going to call everybody. Well, maybe not in the beginning. Because what is this one? Another hob? I'm trying to think if we need another hob. Well, we do. Well, we need a hob here to cook on. So I think we'll do this, even though we're going to have, what soup do we have? We're missing something. What? Wait a minute. Aren't we missing? Oops, sorry. Aren't we missing? What soup do we have? Oh, we have tomato soup. So basically, the way it's going to be set up here is, oh yeah, the sink's up there. So we're actually not going to need a sink. We're not going to need a sink in the beginning of the day or the beginning of the run at all, really. So what we can do is we can actually put a counter here just to kind of take things, because we're not going to have any dirty dishes until we have more than 3 groups. Or actually, no, we actually will have dirty dishes, won't we? Because we have because we have dessert, right? So you know what? Let's just leave this down here. I think one of the first things we're going to buy would be another sink. So I think this is pretty good. The research can just stay down here. It kind of is irrelevant where this is, honestly. The bin, we don't need the bin. So we're set up here with cherries. Like this is going to be to chop our cherries. And then the cherry pie, you have to par bake the crust first. So that's what this hob will be for. This hob will be for cooking. Like we'll do this, we'll do boom, boom, boom. We'll grab this. This will be getting the soup because we need soup first. We can chop here. These 2 will be for lettuce, and then we have 3 pots. So we'll need 1 pot, boom, boom, for the broccoli. We'll cook it, and then the other pot will be for the mashed potatoes and that. So I mean, that's the thing. We have 2 groups, so we'll have a maximum of 4 customers. Now, the likelihood of them ordering a side is, well, whatever it is. And then we have chips, we have roast potato, we have broccoli, and we have mashed potatoes. So basically, if the customer orders a side, a 25% chance it'll be one of those. Now, it's a 50% chance it'll be one of the ones that have potatoes, which are simple, and then the other ones will be the potted dish. So like as we go up in the run here, I think I'm going to turn this like this, I guess. I don't know how it's going to actually look. But I don't like that. Let's just do it like this. So as we go up in the run, I think what we're going to focus on getting is we have to get working on hobs in the beginning, like getting danger hobs or even the regular basic hobs, because these are the baby hobs or the starter hobs, 0.75 speed compared to the normal hobs, the regular ones, which are actually 1.0 speed, and they actually do create less mess. These they cook slower, and they create a lot more mess than even just the basic hobs do. But having danger hobs would be great here. Even for this stuff would be great for a danger hob, because a lot of this stuff we're going to cook on demand. And the reason why we have, trying to think if it makes sense like this, because if we're cooking something, we can have another one sitting here, and then having prep stations would be probably helpful, going like longevity prep stations, frozen prep stations, so we can frozen prep chips, we can frozen prep roast potatoes. Getting a mixer or 2, even just 1 mixer to plop here to do the chopping for the fries and for the dough would be great. Even a mixer with a conveyor or with a grabber going from the flour for an auto pie crust would be nice. But again, the way we're doing this series is we're going to see how far up in the tiers we can go. We're not going to go deep into overtime, so again, the automation, we'll get it as we need it, but I think focusing here is sink. Obviously more tables, because we want to bump all these back. If we have to eventually move these and we end up having more than 4, or we have 4 groups, or maybe we won't have to. If we don't call anybody, we won't be that bad. But again, we hardly have any money. Salads don't bring in a lot of money, so hopefully they order a couple sides, but then I hope they don't order sides. But regardless, they're all going to order soup, or at least 1 person from each group will order soup. But I think this is good. Well, boom, boom, get this on, right? And then the next one will be grabbing this, dipping it in, and getting the broccoli on, and then we can grab the potato to get the mashed potatoes on. And then that takes a long time to chop, so I think maybe what we'll do is we'll just make the mashed potatoes and leave them sitting. Well, you can't leave them sitting on this one. We can leave them sitting here or something like that, and then chop them if we need to. I think we'll have plenty of time. I think that'll work out just fine. The affogato coffee is here, and ice cream, these 3 are here, no problem. So that's 1, 2, 3. This is 4, 5. This is going to be 6 for the pies. 7, 8 actually, because we have mashed 8, and then we have the regular salad, which is 9, and then we have the soup, which is 10. So I believe that is 10 food cards. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 food cards, which is why we have 2 groups. So that's 15%, 15%. That negates this one, right? 15, 15, 15, 50. That's 60. Drops it down to minus 30. Now this one will drop it down to 0. We have minus 15. We have minus 15, minus 15. So that's minus 45. This is plus 15. So right now we're basically sitting at, we're netting minus 30%. That's it. Because remember, each franchise card is a plus 30%. So it takes it takes at least it takes two food cards to negate that, or an all you can eat or something. So right now we're only netting minus 30% customers. So which is why we have two groups likely instead of three. But you know what, guys, I think we're done with this. I just wanted to buzz through this here with you. I like doing these kind of preps and talking you through why I set it up a certain way instead of just starting it. And you may say, well, why is it set up like that? I don't understand. And, can you explain it a bit better? So this is me explaining it. So guys, I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving me a like as well as a comment. It would be much appreciated. Do you like these type of videos? I think they're interesting to me, honestly. Watching why someone sets up a kitchen a certain way. It's only, 10 minutes. Doesn't take too long. All right, guys. If you're enjoying any video on my channel, including this series, hit the subscribe button. Tick the bell notification icon. Tick it? Click it? I don't know. Just do it. The bell notification icon so you don't miss anything. And I'll catch you guys in the next Salad Bowl Cafe episode. Take care now.